Another year, another forgotten birthday. That's what I muttered under my breath as I scrolled through my phone, staring at the blank group chat where family messages should have been. No happy birthday, no emoji-filled texts, no calls, just silence. Again, for as long as I could remember, my birthdays had been invisible events to my family. They'd shrug off my special day with casual, "Oh, I forgot," or "We were busy" excuses, leaving me feeling small, unimportant, and unseen. I tried to brush it off, telling myself it didn't matter. But inside, the hurt accumulated year after year, layer upon layer, like an unhealed wound. I sat by the window in my modest apartment, watching neighbors hang colorful balloons for their celebrations. The laughter and chatter outside reminded me of what I never felt at home. My parents had grown complacent, my siblings indifferent, and my relatives, well, they were strangers in blood only. But this year was different. I wasn't gonna cry, beg, or plead for attention. I wasn't gonna throw myself a pity party or send passive-aggressive hints. No, this year, I would stay silent. And instead, I would do something for myself, something grand, something they couldn't ignore. I poured myself a cup of coffee and leaned back, feeling a flicker of excitement amidst the ache. For years, I had dreamed of owning a place that was entirely mine. A sanctuary, a testament to my hard work, and a symbol of my independence. And now, finally, I had the means. As I plotted my silent celebration, a plan began to form in my mind. Why wait for anyone else to remember me when I could make my own mark? Why rely on hollow family gestures when I could build something tangible, lasting, and spectacular? I picked up my laptop and started browsing properties, feeling a thrill I hadn't experienced in years. Modern villas, cozy retreats, seaside views, the possibilities were endless. For once, my birthday wouldn't be about disappointment. It would be about transformation. This year, my family would remember me. Not because they sent flowers or cards, but because I would show them what happens when someone stops waiting for validation and starts living for themselves. And with that thought, I smiled, sipping my coffee. This birthday I would make history. I sat in silence for a while after browsing countless properties, feeling a mix of excitement and determination. The ache of being forgotten every year still lingered, but it fueled a new kind of fire inside me. I wasn't going to wait for someone else to celebrate me. I would celebrate myself, and in a way that no one could ignore. For years, I had poured every ounce of energy into my career, working long hours, saving meticulously, and investing wisely. While my family treated my accomplishments like background noise, I had quietly built the foundation for something extraordinary. This birthday, it would all come together. I made a list, not of candles or cakes, but of numbers, properties, and locations. Villas with sea views, spacious gardens, modern kitchens, the kind of place that felt like freedom incarnate. And among the glittering listings, one property caught my eye. A sleek sunlit villa perched on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. Its terraces perfect for celebrations, its walls echoing privacy and luxury. It wasn't just a home, it was a statement. The decision crystallized in my mind. I would buy it. No hesitation, no second guessing. Every forgotten birthday, every careless remark, every time they acted as if I didn't matter, it all added up to this moment. I called my real estate agent and set up a private viewing for the next day. Each step I took felt deliberate, almost ceremonial. This wasn't just a transaction. It was a personal victory, a declaration of independence. I wasn't angry anymore. I was focused. I was silent. But in that silence, I was powerful. When the call ended, I leaned back in my chair and envisioned the scene I would orchestrate. My family would think this year, like every year before, would pass like any other. No cake, no phone calls, no attention. But they would be in for the shock of their lives. I imagined the day I would reveal my villa, the astonishment on their faces when they realized I had built a life entirely on my own terms. Not out of spite, but as proof that I didn't need anyone else to validate my existence. I had waited quietly for years, and now it was my turn to shine, loudly, unmistakably, and magnificently. That night, I went to bed with a sense of calm satisfaction. The birthday I had once dreaded was about to become the day I transformed my life. And my family, they wouldn't see it coming. The next few days were a whirlwind of excitement and meticulous planning. I wanted everything to be perfect, not for them, but for myself. Every detail mattered. This birthday wasn't just a celebration. It was a testament to independence, self-worth, and the quiet power of patience. I finalized the villa purchase, signing papers that felt heavier than any birthday card my family had ever given me. The key to the villa wasn't just a key to a property. It was a key to freedom, to living life on my own terms, to proving to myself that I could build something extraordinary, even without their recognition. Once the purchase was complete, I focused on personalization. I arranged for tasteful furnishings, soft lighting, and a terrace decorated with subtle elegance. I wanted the villa to feel like a sanctuary, a place where I could enjoy life fully, and also subtly show my family what they had been ignoring all these years. But the planning wasn't just about the villa. I thought carefully about how to involve my family without giving away the surprise. Invitations were casually worded, suggesting a simple birthday gathering. No hints of grandeur, no indication that this year would be unlike any other. My silence would be my ally, letting anticipation and ignorance build naturally. Each day, as the villa took shape, I reflected on the years of neglect and the emotions I had carried silently. I felt no bitterness, only a quiet, satisfying sense of determination. This wasn't revenge. It was self-empowerment. It was the silent triumph of patience and hard work over neglect. Lily, my closest confidant, visited me regularly. She helped me with decorations and small touches, her laughter echoing in the empty halls of the new villa. Her excitement mirrored mine, and together we imagined the moment my family would finally see what they had missed for so long. By the time the birthday arrived, every detail was ready. The villa gleamed in the morning sun. The garden was pristine, and the terraces promised stunning views. I dressed elegantly, feeling a mix of anticipation and calm satisfaction. I didn't need anyone's approval to feel accomplished. Yet, the thought of their stunned faces added a subtle thrill. I locked the front door behind me, ready to receive my family as they always had, oblivious to the transformation this birthday had brought. Today, silence would speak louder than words, and the villa would do what birthdays alone never could: remind them that neglect could never diminish me. The doorbell rang promptly at noon, and I took a slow, deliberate breath before opening it. My family stood there smiling politely, completely unaware of what awaited them. My parents, siblings, even a few cousins. They had all assumed this birthday would pass like every other, unnoticed, uncelebrated, and quiet. "Happy birthday," my mother said casually, holding a small crumpled gift bag. My father nodded, glancing at the package as if that alone would suffice. I smiled warmly, stepping aside. "Come in," I said, leading them toward the car. They followed me outside, confusion flickering across their faces. "We're going for lunch?" my sister asked hesitantly. I shook my head, keeping my expression neutral, letting their curiosity grow. As we drove, the silence stretched, punctuated only by murmurs of confusion. Finally, we reached the villa. The driveway stretched before them, the sun reflecting off pristine walls and manicured gardens. Their eyes widened. A gasp escaped my mother's lips. This is yours?" my father stammered, stepping closer, looking at every detail with a mixture of awe and disbelief. I smiled faintly, letting them take it in. "Yes," I said simply. "I thought it was time to do something for myself this year." They stepped inside hesitantly, each room revealing more. The elegant living spaces, the terrace with panoramic views, the cozy yet luxurious touches that spoke of taste, care, and independence. Each glance they exchanged carried a silent realization. They had been blind to my potential, dismissive of my accomplishments, and inattentive to my life. "You bought this?" my sister whispered, disbelief in her voice. I nodded calmly. "I did? All on my own. No one's help was needed. I've worked hard for this, saved, invested, and waited patiently. Today, I celebrate myself." Their faces shifted from surprise to shame, and I watched it silently, letting the weight of the moment settle. The small gestures they had offered over the years, the forgotten birthdays, the casual neglect, had all been forgotten. I had waited quietly, and now they finally understood the extent of my independence. I turned to Lily, who stood proudly beside me, and whispered, "Sometimes silence is louder than words." They looked around speechless as I led them through the villa. The realization was clear. They had underestimated me, ignored me, and neglected me for years. But today, I had not only celebrated my birthday, I had celebrated myself. The room was thick with silence. My family stood in awe, their eyes darting from one corner of the villa to another, unable to grasp that this luxurious home was mine. The small, polite smiles they had carried into the day vanished, replaced with a mixture of shock, embarrassment, and unspoken guilt. I took a slow breath, savoring the moment, not out of revenge, but out of self-recognition. This was my triumph, the culmination of years of hard work, patience, and resilience. For too long, I had waited for them to acknowledge me. Today, I realized acknowledgement from anyone else wasn't necessary. "My birthday. It's always been overlooked," I said softly, letting the words settle in the room. And for years, I let it hurt me. But this year, I decided to do something different. I celebrated myself, and I wanted you to see it. Their faces revealed what I had expected: discomfort and shame. My father's jaw tightened. My mother averted her eyes. My siblings shifted uncomfortably, realizing that they had underestimated me and that the years of neglect had fueled my determination rather than diminished it. Lily, standing proudly at my side, held my hand and whispered, "You did it, Grandma." You showed them. Her eyes sparkled with admiration, and I felt a surge of warmth. She had been my confidant, my witness, and my companion through this silent journey. I smiled, looking around the villa one last time. "This house," I said, gesturing, "is more than bricks and walls. It's proof that when you invest in yourself, you don't just survive, you thrive. And when people overlook you, it's an opportunity to show them that your worth isn't determined by their attention. For the first time in years, my family seemed truly silent, not just physically, but in understanding. They had glimpsed the strength and independence they had ignored. The villa was a testament to my perseverance, and in their stunned faces, I saw a lesson finally understood. Respect and recognition are earned, not given freely. We spent the rest of the day exploring the villa together, but the dynamic had shifted. I was no longer the overlooked birthday girl. I was the woman who had taken control, celebrated herself, and created something remarkable. And as the sun set over the terrace, cast in a golden glow across the villa, I realized that this birthday had given me more than gifts. It had given me validation, independence, and the satisfaction of knowing I could rely on no one but myself. From that day forward, I would never let neglect define me again. I had built my life, my joy, and my legacy, and no one could take that away. Thank you so much for watching this story till the end. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something from it. If you'd like to hear more stories like this, full of life lessons, drama, and emotions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. Your support means the world, and it helps me keep bringing you more inspiring and unforgettable stories. Stay tuned, because more amazing stories are on the way.